not in North Dakota. I just stopped to have some lunch and I'm in Thermopolis, Wyoming. I have a 3-day weekend, long weekend. So we have Monday off and I really wanted to get into my van and just have a weekend camping to get away from stuff. The last 2 months have been so intense at work and I just wanted to get back on the road again. I love van life. So that's what I wanted to do, except for the fact that in preparation for winter, I'd pulled the back battery from the van. And for those of you who are new here, I have a 1995 VW Euro camper van. Anyway, so I pulled the battery in preparation for winter. And also I put the cover on it. It has a cover that goes over the entire thing. And then there was a snowbank that was blocking it as well. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do a ton of work just to get it ready and then redo it because we still have about, I don't know, we got the rest of February, March, April. Sometimes in North Dakota, it blizzards into May. So I'd have to re-winterize it again. And I was like, I'm not really excited about that just for one weekend. So I decided I am going to go on a van trip, road trip, but without the van. Instead, I'm gonna go in my Jeep Wrangler. I love my Jeep Wrangler. But let's rewind for a moment. Oh man. Fun times. Since I am not going in my van this next weekend, but I'm going to be trying out camping in this thing, I need a few supplies that I wouldn't normally need. So I am on my way to the mall and I am going to stop in 2 places. One, a sporting goods store, because I'm gonna try and find an electric blanket because I'm really worried. It's February and it is gonna be warm where I'm going, and by warm I mean not horribly cold like where I live, which 2 weeks ago was 24 below zero. It's gonna be around 30 degrees, so still freezing but not brutal. I want to get electric blanket that I hear, I don't know, I gotta look. I hear that there's one that you can plug into not a, you know, like a cigarette lighter or a power pack, whatever they're called. Sorry, I'm not a super informed camper. So electric blanket, and 2, how do I make coffee in here? I don't know. Do I need to buy a little Bunsen burner thing and boil coffee? In my van, I make coffee. I have to have coffee. That's the fuel I run on. I'm not gonna have all that. I'm not gonna have my stove in my van, the kettles and the pour over and all the supplies, because this isn't gonna work if I don't have a way of making coffee. That's the agenda this afternoon, and I'm sure many of you know all the answers to all of this, but I'm gonna learn. We'll see how it goes. I have one other goal, and that other goal is to try and not have a salesperson start laughing at me because I am so uninformed. We'll see. Not sure that's possible, because when I usually go into stores like this, which are outdoorsy stores and camping stores, someone ends up laughing at me. It's intimidating. I normally hibernate all winter long. This is not normal for me to go out and try and do wild camping in the winter. But I'm going to try. I already got distracted. Hiking boots. I don't have any that fit anymore, so I'm gonna try a couple pairs on. I'm definitely thinking I need some for the weekend and for the rest of the winter and for the summer, so it's legit. But I haven't even gotten to the camping stuff yet. What do you think? They're keen. They feel amazing. Okay, well, apparently there's no sporting goods stores in this entire city that carry electric camping blankets. And for coffee, yes, but I would need to get a whole setup, which really you can't use in here. I would need to go outside with a little burner and boil the water and make the coffee. And then there's a French press and all of that, which I would not need if I was in the van. So I don't know if I want to invest any money in buying a coffee maker that I may, because I don't know how camping is going to go in a Jeep Wrangler. That's going to be the whole thing. Van versus Jeep Wrangler, and it's not going to be a normal thing. So do I want to put a lot of money into it? Not really. However, I did get distracted by the boots and socks. I got some wool socks. I tried them on and bought them, and they feel so amazing. I did not realize that wool socks would feel that good, but I did wear wool socks when I walked the Camino, so I knew that they were very, very good. But these are thicker, and they feel absolutely amazing. And I did end up buying a pair of hiking boots, because my old hiking boots that I just tried on this morning do not fit any longer. Apparently, my foot is bigger than it was 10 years ago when I bought the other ones. Who knew? I bought, hang on. I bought Keens. And the reason I bought Keens rather than Morales, which was the other one that really worked for me and fit really nicely and felt really good. It was a toss-up. It was back and forth. But the reason I chose these were because they also apparently are a little waterproof. And walking in the snow and hiking in the hills this summer, maybe crossing some streams or whatever, I thought that having some waterproof would be preferable, because the other ones were more of a tennis shoe mesh, and I'm sure once that gets wet, it gets wet and you're done. That's what the deciding factor was. These are comfortable, not cheap, so I hope I made the right decision. Y'all can tell me. Sorry, I'm already getting a little sick, so I hope it clears up by next weekend when I'm going camping. Morning arrived and it was time to set off. Wyoming was the destination. Hot springs, open road, and a little winter adventure. But just before I pulled out of the driveway, I received news that shifted everything. And so the drive became more than a drive. The further I traveled, the more the landscape transformed. Somewhere along that stretch of highway, it hit me that my own life is standing at the edge of its own season change. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a campground that was open this time of year. So $69 a night, which is, I thought, a really great deal. And check out the room. So walking in the door, we have a typical, I think, Wyoming Western, Yellowstone Western theme with the furnishings right outside Yellowstone Park. I don't have plans on going to Yellowstone. Microwave, fridge. Oh, and most importantly, coffee maker. But what's this? Okay, first world problems, but all the coffee's decaf. Yeah, I am not sure what I'm gonna do about that. The hotel felt warm and earned after hours behind the wheel, but I was actually here to check out the Hot Springs State Park. Not a bad view for lunch. So I took the little thin cushions from the van, the original van cushions on the bed, and I put them in here. I just fold that up when I shut the door. Keeps it all nice and cozy, and my feet cozy. And it's working pretty well, except for one thing. I ordered a power station. I ordered a Jackery. Unfortunately, it came the day after I left. I also have what I have, because I thought I was going to have a power station, is I have an electric blanket. So I could have plugged it in, because it's high of 50 here right now. There's snow on the ground in some places, like I said. So I have an extension cord, and I have an electric blanket to plug that in. Also, reason I need a electric cord, which the extension cord is underneath this. The Jeep has a storage compartment underneath the back floor. So I just pull it up and get the extension cord out when I need it. But, well, I got an electric kettle that I can also plug in. And my pour over with filters and coffee. I have my food stored on either side. I have protein, my protein drinks right there for breakfast and snacks and whatnot. And then I have over here, because I have that kettle and I can boil water, I thought the most simple meals on the road that I can do in the back of the regular ramen noodles. The old standby. I mean, you can't beat ramen noodles. It's a meal in a bowl. I got my clothes and my jug of water, and yeah, so this is my bed right here. And then I lock the van, and I am very safe and secure in here. One problem is I need power. I have to go to a campground. I can't just be in, and I also need somewhere to use the bathroom and whatnot. So I'm not gonna park up like I would in the van in a parking lot or Walmart or at a rest stop, because I can park my van anywhere because I have everything self-contained. If I had my Jackery, everything would have been great. I could have just parked somewhere without power, and I would have my own power. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice with the green color underneath, but it is like emerald green underneath. There's little holes in this pipe. It looks like a pipe. And water bubbles up. I have no idea how hot that is, but just standing here, once in a while, I can feel the heat rising from it. Obviously it's steaming, but it's kind of chilly out, so I don't know. I'm too cautious to touch it, and I haven't seen any signs that say danger, so I'm thinking maybe I can touch the water. But on the other hand, I've heard that hot springs can be very, very, very hot, and I don't want to burn myself. But nothing has said danger, don't touch. There's no signs, so maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. Also, there's nowhere really like, obviously this is not somewhere where you can go and take a dip, obviously. And it does have that smell that I have been told hot springs have, kind of like sulfur or rotten eggs, kind of. I would sit in there and soak like a hot tub. It looks fine. There's obviously mineral buildup, the green and white, but I think it'd be okay. I don't know. What do you think? I'm probably gonna touch it. I can definitely feel some heat coming up. What should I sacrifice? I can sacrifice one finger. I think I can sacrifice that. It might burst in me, but... Alright. Here it goes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Crazy or not. I'm probably gonna have people yelling at me like, you're so stupid. But hey, I'm super curious. How hot is it? Alright, here it goes. Oh, that's not. It's great. It's definitely hot. Maybe a hot tub, maybe a little hotter. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I could get into it. But it's not scalding and it didn't burn me. My fingers are still here and they're not burnt at all. So it's very pleasant. This bridge is suspended on cables and it bounces, and it's a long way down. Kind of fun. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning day, and yeah, such a nice environment.
In February, everything looks dormant, muted, paused, waiting. But nothing is actually still. Under the frozen ground, new life is preparing and organizing itself for bloom. And in 2 months, my own life season will shift. Should I stay where it's safe and familiar, or step into something uncertain but calling?
Okay, I have to tell on myself because it's a little bit embarrassing. So at the beginning of this video, you saw that I was out buying some hiking boots because I needed hiking boots. I didn't have any hiking boots, and I quite frankly don't know anything about hiking boots. So I have been in Wyoming and Montana going for little walks and little hikes, nothing major, but just little walks and little hikes. Feeling, really outdoorsy and things like that. I'm coming back from the little hike back to the Jeep, and I was making sure that there was nothing on my hiking, my brand new, which I've tried to break them in, my brand new hiking boots before I jump in the car. And as I'm looking at them, I notice, hang on, I can't get it. The tag is still on my new hiking boots. And I've been walking around for the last 3 days on these trails around all these experts of nature and of hiking, and they probably never noticed, but still, the tag is still on my brand new shoes, my brand new hiking boots, clearly labeling me as an imposter who doesn't know what they're doing regarding hiking and camping. So there you go. I've told on myself. I had to just laugh when I got back here and I noticed. So now I'm taking off the tag. So we're good to go. As they say, all good things must come to an end. And my long weekend getaway is coming quickly to an end. I'm on my last stretch home. I actually did a whole lot more driving than I thought I would, but I was really enjoying sightseeing and just traveling, just driving, putting the miles down. I I didn't film a lot because it turned out to be a little bit more of a very introspective and contemplative weekend for myself, and I really actually enjoyed the windshield time, the thinking time, the alone. I was absolutely alone, and just having that time alone, because there's some really significant things coming, and I think I'm going to wait until I get home. I'll tell you about them and share about it, but I think I'm going to wait until I get home to share about it, so that I don't have to worry about this road bumping and it being super annoying for everybody that's watching. But I really appreciated the absolute solitude that I've had in order to be able to process a few things.
When I finally pointed the Jeep back toward home, I wasn't returning the same. The road had done its quiet work. Sometimes you leave to see the landscape. Sometimes you leave to see yourself. I'm back at home. I've had a wonderful shower and I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. I spent some time just decompressing and just relaxing a little bit. Not that it was strenuous to have a weekend camping and driving. I drove 1,234 miles this weekend, and as I mentioned before, it was a really enjoyable time. I got to see some beautiful country, but there was also a secondary side benefit that I wasn't expecting, but I'm really, really grateful for. And that is some time to contemplate. It's February right now, and in 2 months, in April, I will be transitioning out of my current position, right? I'm a judge, and I will be transitioning out of that position. And yes, I can continue on in my profession, but I also have a side passion. And that is, on my free time, on my vacation time, long weekends and whatnot, I have always planned retreats and workshops and trips for people. A lot of the retreats would be about meditation or communication, spiritual ideas and practices, and the trips have been all over the world. I love taking small groups around and sharing adventures with them. I have been in India. I recently took a group to Thailand, and we volunteered at an elephant sanctuary. I've taken people to Buddhist monasteries to learn more meditation, different things like that. Walked the Camino. Recently, I just took one person along with me to Africa, which you may have seen the videos on that. So anyway, I have a huge passion for that as well. Travel and retreats and this whole other side. So that's my dilemma, and that's what I was thinking about all weekend. Should I just play it safe and stay in my career until retirement, or should I reinvent myself again, or try and pay the bills? I have a few bills, not very many, but should I pursue trips and retreats and different things like that full time? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post a link in the comments, and I need people to take that survey to let me know if they're interested in trips, and if so, what type of trips, what your budget would be, different things, what you enjoy.
I know what I enjoy and what I gravitate towards, but I am interested in perhaps pursuing taking small groups, anywhere from 8 to 20. 20 is a little bit big because it's not as intimate and fun, but I'd be open. But anyway, I want to know what you want to do, and if I should possibly pursue this, if there's any interest. So if you wouldn't mind, on the description there is going to be a link. Click on that and tell me what you think. Meanwhile, I do have a lot of work to do to wrap up in the next 2 months, and I also have a few exciting things planned in the future. So please, if you want to continue and have some sacred journeys and epic adventures, you never know what is going to occur on my YouTube channel, because it covers a wide variety of things, plus van life. Hit that like, and as my friend says, smash that subscribe button so that you can join me in all of the future sacred journeys and epic adventures.